Jesus takes Peter, James, and John up on a mountain. We find this in Mark chapter number 9, starting in the second verse. We don't know exactly what mountain it was. So perhaps Mount Tabor or Mount Hermon. We're not sure. But nevertheless, he takes these three to experience something that I find to be quite phenomenal. And as I have just taken some time to contemplate what this was all about, I realized that in my mind, I kind of thought I knew what it was, but I never really given it a whole lot of thought as far as details about it. So I just read it, and I just began to meditate upon it. This experience, we call it the transformation. And it's an experience that we don't have anywhere else in the Bible. It's all new as we read it and discover it here. Jesus literally begins to glow in their very presence. And I wonder about these three men, Peter, James, and John, exactly what was going on with them, because it almost seems like that they were just in a trance themselves, because what they were seeing was so remarkable that it would cause a person, I believe, to go into some type of a shock, because our human minds and our human bodies are really not equipped to partake and see what they saw. Because as they were there, they witnessed the appearance of Elijah and Moses. And there was a meeting that was taking place here. And during this meeting, there was power that was absolutely incredible. We're talking about resurrection power, because here were two men who had experienced resurrection, and literally they had been themselves taken up into heaven. They did not die per se. They were just translated. And so now they're meeting up with Jesus on this mountain, and they're having a discussion. Now, in the Gospel of Luke, Luke says that they were talking about his impending death, talking about Jesus. And all the while, Peter, James, and John, they're just in a state to where they're just watching, and I don't know they really realized exactly what it was they were watching, because Jesus began to fade in and out of his glorified body and his human body. And they said that he became white and began to glisten, began to glow. And I'm just telling you, church, this was a powerful, powerful moment in time. And as we discuss this week, I believe that we're going to just see the full glory of what God was all about here. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.